What's up guys, Murray here with Murray's Mobile Mechanics and welcome to the channel. I'll show you how to replace the AC compressor on a 2013 Nissan Rogue 2.5 liters. So I'm going to show you how to do it pretty easy, quick and straightforward. So let me flip the camera and then walk you through. So that's our vehicle right there. So you can see I've taken off the right front tire off, secured by a jackstand and the jack. I use the 21 millimeters to take the lug nuts out. So the first thing you're supposed to do is make sure you have no freon in the system. So the easiest and quickest way to know if you have no freon in the system is grab yourself a tiny screwdriver and then just poke it onto the valve core right there, and you can see there's actually no pressure. But if you had freon in the system, you're going to have a hissing sound, and this screwdriver is going to be pushed by the freon, and then green stuff will be coming out. So if you have freon, you have to make sure to take it to a shop. They evacuate it for you before you do any major work. So let me set myself up and then we go from there. So if you're doing it in the driveway, drag it up on the right side like my setup is, and then we're going to take off this wheel wall. It's just a bunch of clips. There's one here, I think one there, and then there's a couple bolts right there. We're going to take that out, and then we'll have our compressor right there, and then let me do that and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up viewers? So once you take the fender wall out, this is where you are going to find yourself in. So we are going to unplug that electrical connection. That's the first thing we're going to do, and then we are going to use our 30 millimeter wrench to take tension off the belt, because we have to take the belt out. So let me do that and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up guys? So I'll show you how to take tension off the belt. We're going to use a 40 millimeter socket. With the ratchet, we are going to put our socket right there, and then Nissan is quite smart. There's a hole right there. Once you move the tension, you can plug in a tiny screwdriver like this one. It will hold the tensioner in place, and then you can take the belt out. So I'll go ahead and do it that way. You can see I've put my small screwdriver right there, and then we can actually just take the tension off the belt just like so. And then once we try to put the belt back in, all you have to do is just move the tension a little bit, and then we should be good. So right now I'll take the belt out completely, especially right here where the compressor is. So let me leave it like so, because that's all we need, and then let me show you what else we need to do. Once we take those two out, we can just now wiggle the pipes, and then we can take them off by hand. So one is a bolt and one is a nut, and then when you look down there, you can actually put the other one on the other one. So you can see this one is got a stud, so all you have to do is just lift it, wiggle it, and it comes off just like so. You can see right there. And then the next one as well, all you gotta do is just wiggle it, and it comes off just like so. So right now I'll go down and then take the bolts that are securing the compressor, and then we should be good. What's up viewers? So right now I'm taking off the two 12 millimeter bolts on top of the compressor. I use my 12 millimeter wrench to break them loose, and right now we'll just go in there and use our impact wrench to speed up the process. So let's focus right there. I'll go in just like so. We got this one. Should be okay. We'll switch to the other one and do the same. So now we can actually just take them off by hand. You can see they are long ones. We got this one out, and then we got the second one off. So one thing to note is both of the bolts are same size, so nothing to worry about which one goes where. So now let's go under the vehicle. We take the remaining two bolts. What's up viewers? So for the two 12 millimeter bolts at the bottom, I just used the 12 millimeter ratcheting wrench due to space, and you can see our compressor is already out. So let me find the best spot for it to come out, and then we'll go from there. So after taking the two 12 millimeter bolts from the bottom, this is where our compressor will come out from, on the side, and that's why you have to take the wheel out, and then the wheel will So once that is done, our compressor is gonna come off just like so, and then like so. What's up, viewers? So this is the old compressor, and then we got the new one. They don't look exactly the same, but the mounting is the same. It's only that I think this one is the OEM one, but the mounting, the connector and the plugs, it looks exactly the same. The mounting at the bottom is also the same, but if you look at this one, it doesn't have like a bolt which is passing through right here like this one. But just like I said, this is an OEM one, and this is just a new compressor, but the mounting is pretty much the same. So it comes with the manual. We're going to read what the manual says. Very important, we follow what the manual says, and the part number for the new compressor is right there. So let me read the manual, and then I'll bring you guys back to what it says. What's up, viewers? So you gotta read the manual, very important, and you gotta learn one or two important steps to take even when you do this job over and over. So on the lubrication side, it says you have to lubricate the AC compressor clutch shaft, and it tells you what to do. You have to turn the AC compressor upside down and let it you can see it says to ensure that the front seal is lubricated and does not leak. After the oil is installed, the compressor must be placed or held with the front seal down for 1 to 3 minutes to allow oil to coat the seal. If this seal is not lubricated before installation, refrigerant may leak. So this is another important step, but in our case it's a different scenario. You have to read the whole manual, and then it tells you a lot about what you need to do. So it says here, when you read further, this compressor has a color-coded label over the ports with instructions indicating whether it should be drained prior to installation or not. In all cases, add the correct type and amount of lubricant per manufacturer specification. So if it's got the yellow label, it says drain oil from the compressor. If it's got the pink label, it says pre-charge with 3 ounces of PAG oil. So in our case, our compressor has got the pink tag, so we are only going to add 2 more ounces, and since it's having some oil in there, it's already lubricated, so we'll add 2 ounces. So very important steps to follow. And then you got the QR code right there, scan it, and then it tells you exactly the amount of freon this one takes. So this one, it says it takes 18 ounces of R134, and then the Pago, it takes 5 ounces, but since we have 3, we're just gonna add 2. So I'm gonna do that on the suction port, add 2 ounces of PAG 46, and then we'll go from there. What's up, guys? So pretty much, if you're not sure where to add the oil from, this is pretty smart. You can see where the pink tag is. It actually says add oil here, so it should be this port right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off this pink tag off just like so. I'm gonna put it on the side for now, and then we'll take off this 10mm bolt right here, this one right here, break it loose and take it off by hand just like so. So just be careful, it comes out with pressure. You saw how much pressure that one had. And then my jar here starts at 4 ounces, so I'm just gonna add 2 ounces of PAG 46 oil. So I'm gonna put in my jar first. So make sure the bottle comes with a seal. I just peeled off the seal, so we are just gonna put 2 ounces. So we'll just go half from our gauge right there. You don't have to go too crazy. After all, this one has 3 ounces already, so we're going to add just a little bit more, and that should be okay. This is okay, and all you do is just pour it in this pot right there, and you can spin your compressor just to help it suck that PAG 46. So that should be okay. Spin that compressor so that we suck that pag 46 oil, and then you can go ahead and put back your rubber boot right there. This is just to help it not to leak when you are installing the compressor. So pretty much you got your oil in the compressor, which is pretty good right now. I'll go ahead and install this compressor off camera. It's pretty much the opposite, and then I'll show you which O-rings to replace, and then pretty much that's all it takes. So let me do that and I'll bring you guys on the other side. What's up guys? So you can see my compressor is back in with the belt put back in place, and what's remaining is we are going to change out these O-rings on the AC hoses. You can see we got the black ones right there, and also right there we got the black one. I got a new set, it comes in the kit. You got the green one, so all you gotta do is get yourself a pick tool, take these out, this one and the other one, and then switch them with the new green one. So all the time you do this job, you have to switch the O-ring. So let me do that and I'll bring you guys back. What's up guys? So you can see we got the green one right there, and then we got the other one, the green one. We took out the black one, so we are going to lubricate these with some pag oil just a little bit, and then this one as well, so that they have a good seal and they're not pinched when putting them in. And also what's remaining is just, once you do that, you have to connect back the pipes or hoses to the compressor right there. I don't know if you can, yeah, right there where the two bolts are, and then plug in your connector to the compressor as well. So let me do that and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up viewers? So you can see my electric connector is plugged in, and then my two AC compressor hoses are plugged in, the low pressure hose and the high pressure hose, and pretty much that's all it takes to do the AC compressor on a 2013 Nissan Rogue 2.5 liters. Like always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share for more tips on how to fix your vehicle. Marais here with Marai's Mobile Mechanics. Stay blessed, be good, and I'll catch you on the other side on how to replace the expansion valve.